True roguelikes are all about patience. Slow, careful, turn-based descents through randomly generated labyrinths, these punishing dungeon crawlers have spawned dozens of imitators, hanging out somewhere near the genre, but not quite within its boundaries. From the spacefaring FTL to the hacking, slashing rogue legacy, many of these titles have proved excellent. But what they've lacked until now is rhythm. Despite having all the top-down, turn-based hallmarks of a classic roguelike, Crypt of the NecroDancer has turned the genre on its head yet again. Now we have a roguelike with rhythm. It's a game you play to the beat, literally. A fusion of rhythm games and traditional roguelikes, the turns of the game are limited to the length of a single beat, meaning you'll have to make decisions about your movement and combat in a split second. Every step, every attack, they all have to be pulled off to match the tempo of the music. Each level is relatively small, but your time to explore it is limited to the length of the level's accompanying song. Run out of music, and you run out of time. There's usually time to scour each floor for treasure, however, which is actually a pity. Being forced to make choices quickly is one of the game's greatest assets, and shorter songs could have helped push that agenda. The combat is simple, but again, the beat pushes it into challenging territory. Each enemy has an entirely predictable movement and attack pattern, making them simple to take on, but pulling off the moves needed to avoid damage while you do so requires excellent timing. Score kills without taking damage or missing the beat, and you'll build up a multiplier for the gold you receive from slain monsters. A shop on each floor allows you to pick up new gear, while diamonds found in each level can be spent in the pre-game lobby to expand the pool of items found in each run. It's a smart system, even allowing you to pay to take items out of the pool once they're superseded by new gear. Mastering the game's levels relies on your knowledge of enemy attack patterns, as well as your skill at matching the beat. Using spells or throwing weapons requires you to input 2 button presses at once, just like combos on a dance mat game. Knowing the item you want to use, inputting its combo and using it on the right beat is a skill that will take some real practice, but it is awesomely satisfying. The visual design is predictable pixel art, with enough of its own identity to charm, but not enough to really set itself apart from the crowd. It's got indie graphics. The sound design is a lot more impressive. Each song should appeal to a broad audience. Weapons and monsters have good, crisp sound effects, and the fact that the shopkeepers wail along to the music is nothing short of genius. You can even use custom tracks, if you're happy losing the shopkeeper's accompaniment. There's a good body of extra content, from a wide roster of different characters, each changing the gameplay considerably, to a host of unlockable NPCs, each offering new items or services in exchange for your hard-earned diamonds. With a great set of bosses randomly allocated after each of the game's 4 zones, and various playable modes, there's enough to keep you coming back for a good long while. It's difficult, it's unique, and it will keep you playing for endless nights to come. What's the secret to this exotic combination of genre's success? Simply put, Crypt of the NecroDancer is a game born from pure inspiration. What would happen if we crossed a rhythm game and a roguelike? The result, it turns out, is one of the most charming, addictive indie titles we've had the joy of playing. Go out and buy a dance mat.